The corridors of power, where one family's ascent to the summit of financial might is laced with scandalous twists and turns. Today, we unravel the enigmatic tale of the Murdoch family and their staggering $19 billion empire, built not on principles of fairness and compassion, but on the bedrock of scandal. Rupert Murdoch, a name that reverberates through the annals of media history like a thunderclap, stands as a towering figure in the realm of wealth. With a net worth estimated at a mind-boggling $122 billion, Murdoch's financial prowess eclipses that of entire family legacies. How did he amass such staggering wealth, you may wonder? The answer lies in a strategic maneuver in 2019, where Murdoch divested the entertainment assets of Fox Corp in a deal fetching a jaw-dropping $71 billion. This financial alchemy catapulted his net worth to an astronomical $19 billion, a figure that would make even the most seasoned tycoons blush. But Murdoch's empire is not merely measured in monetary terms. It extends its tendrils deep into the fabric of global media. From the iconic Fox television network to venerable institutions like the Wall Street Journal and Dow Jones, Murdoch's influence knows no bounds. In Australia, his dominion over 150 publishing companies, including stalwarts like The Australian and The Daily Telegraph, cements his stranglehold on the media landscape. Across the Atlantic, Murdoch's grip tightens further, with holdings in prestigious outlets such as Sky News, The Sun, and The Times. This unparalleled media dominance not only fattens Murdoch's coffers, but also affords him a priceless currency: influence. But what of Murdoch's personal life, you may ask? At 92 years old, one might expect him to bask in the tranquility of retirement, savoring the fruits of his labor. Yet, Murdoch's appetite for opulence knows no bounds. Behold his real estate portfolio, a testament to extravagance incarnate. In Los Angeles, an $28.8 million mansion boasting its own vineyard and winery stands as a monument to excess. And let us not forget the penthouse in New York, a jewel in Murdoch's crown where luxury knows no bounds. Yet, amidst the glitz and glamour, lurks a shadow cast by the murkier facets of Murdoch's legacy. For behind the veneer of wealth lies a tapestry woven with threads of scandal. Murdoch's insatiable hunger for power has often led him down treacherous paths marked by ethical compromises and breaches of privacy. One need only glance at the strained relationship with his son, a casualty of Murdoch's relentless pursuit of financial supremacy, to glimpse the human cost of his ambition. In the heart of Manhattan, where Murdoch's penchant for luxury knows no bounds. In 2014, he shattered records with the purchase of a $57.5 million apartment spanning an entire floor and boasting 5 bedrooms with panoramic views of lower Manhattan. And if ever he needs fitness tips, he can simply pop over to his neighbor, NFL legend Tom Brady. Talk about rubbing shoulders with the elite. But wait, there's more. When Murdoch isn't surveying his kingdom from his lofty perch, he's cruising the streets in style. His Mercedes Maybach S600, with its eye-watering $200,000 price tag, is the epitome of automotive luxury. And let's not forget his Rolls-Royce Ghost Black badge, a $400,000 masterpiece crafted with bull leather interiors, because let's face it, only the finest will suffice. Of course, when you're a globe-trotting tycoon like Murdoch, mere cars won't cut it. That's where his $84 million G650 private jet comes in, ensuring he can hop from one corner of the world to another with ease. And let's not overlook his pièce de résistance, a $150 million super yacht. Because why settle for anything less when you're Rupert Murdoch? But lavish indulgences aren't reserved solely for the patriarch. No, his offspring have inherited the taste for the finer things in life as well. Take Lachlan Murdoch, for instance, whose garage boasts a Bugatti, Ferrari, Lamborghini, and a fleet of Rolls-Royces. His insurance bill alone could put a dent in most people's savings. And let's not forget Prudence Murdoch, who's carved out her own slice of luxury with a $10 million mansion in Australia. It's clear that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree in the Murdoch family when it comes to extravagant living. Now, from the outside looking in, one might be forgiven for thinking that the Murdoch clan lives in a perpetual fairy tale. After all, they control vast swathes of the media landscape, allowing them to craft a narrative of perfection to the outside world. But peel back the layers, and you'll find that the truth is far from idyllic. To understand the origins of the Murdoch dynasty, we must journey back to the 19th century, where the seeds of ambition were first sown. From humble beginnings, Rupert Murdoch's empire has risen to dizzying heights, fueled by a relentless drive for power and influence. Yet, beneath the glittering facade lies a darker truth, a legacy tainted by scandal and ethical compromise. The very foundations of Rupert Murdoch's media empire, the infamous phone hacking scandal. At the heart of this controversy was none other than the News of the World, a tabloid known for its sensational stories and questionable tactics. From hacking phones to bribing police officers, no ethical boundary was too sacred for Murdoch's tabloid, and the scope of their intrusion was jaw-dropping, targeting everyone from celebrities and politicians to ordinary citizens thrust into the spotlight by personal tragedies. But the real gut punch came when it was revealed that victims of these breaches included the likes of Millie Dowler, relatives of deceased soldiers, and survivors of the 7/7 London bombings. The public outcry was deafening, leading to a cascade of resignations within Murdoch's empire. In a bid to salvage what was left of his tarnished reputation, Murdoch himself stepped down from his role at News Corporation, and the News of the World met its demise in July 2011. Yet this scandal was just the tip of the iceberg. Allegations of harassment within Murdoch's Fox News in 2016 further tarnished his legacy. The case against former CEO Roger Ailes, sparked by Gretchen Carlson's lawsuit, exposed a toxic culture of harassment within the network, and revelations from anchor Megyn Kelly only added fuel to the fire, painting a damning picture of the work environment at Fox News. But perhaps the most damning indictment of Murdoch's empire is the issue of media monopoly. You see, in the world of commerce, a giant like Amazon may disrupt local businesses, but consumers still have the freedom to choose where they shop. However, in the realm of media, where information is power, a monopoly spells disaster. When one entity controls the narrative, it stifles competition and limits the diversity of viewpoints available to the public. And let's face it, as humans, we're influenced by the information we consume. If we're fed a single political opinion, we're more likely to adopt it as our own. That's why the concentration of power within Murdoch's media empire is so concerning. It's not just about politics, it's about the very fabric of democracy. Murdoch's media juggernaut, a force that has been both revered and reviled for its stranglehold on the flow of information. With a staggering 70% control of the Australian media landscape, Murdoch's influence has raised eyebrows and ire alike. Former Prime Minister Kevin Rudd didn't mince words, suggesting that Murdoch's conservative leanings tilt the electoral playing field unfairly. And let's not forget the family feuds that have played out in the public eye, with Rupert and his son James locking horns over climate change. A disagreement so heated that James ultimately bid adieu to his high-paying gig at News Corp in 2020, fueling speculation about Rupert's true motives. But it's not just business that's kept tongues wagging. Murdoch's personal life is a veritable soap opera in its own right. From his whirlwind romances to his headline-grabbing marriages, Rupert's journey through the landscape of love has been anything but conventional. His first foray into matrimony with Patricia Booker set tongues wagging, followed by a 32-year union with Anna Murdoch Mann that ended amidst whispers of infidelity. Then came the tumultuous marriage to Wendy Deng, marked by a significant age gap and a flurry of tabloid speculation. And let's not overlook his brief stint as Mr. Jerry Hall, a whirlwind romance that fizzled out after 6 years. But wait, the plot thickens. Just when you thought you'd seen it all, Murdoch's love life takes another unexpected turn with a failed engagement to conservative radio host Anne Leslie Smith, followed by a whirlwind romance with retired scientist Elena Juca. It's a rollercoaster ride of love, loss, and intrigue that rivals the twists and turns of his media empire. And speaking of legacies, with James out of the picture, all eyes are on Rupert's eldest son, Lachlan, as the heir apparent to the Murdoch dynasty. With his recent ascension to the role of managing director of Fox Corp and News Corp, Lachlan steps into his father's formidable shoes, poised to carry on the family legacy for generations to come. Lan Murdoch, the heir apparent to the Murdoch dynasty. With his father Rupert still at the helm, Lan's power may seem solid, but it's as fragile as a house of cards. You see, upon Rupert's passing, the Murdoch family trust kicks into gear, dividing the family's holdings equally among Lan and his three siblings, James, Prudence, and Elizabeth. Cue the high-stakes drama, folks, as the Murdoch offspring duke it out for control of the family empire, a scenario straight out of HBO's hit series, Succession. And just like the fictional Roy family, the Murdoch children have a history of rivalry rather than collaboration. Lan and James, in particular, have butted heads over issues like climate change, with Lan sticking by his father's side while James chose to walk away from the empire altogether. If you like this video, you will appreciate our video on the Gilded Age families who are still rich.